Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Today I am going to discuss the topic called organizational structure. So organizational structure can be defined as the framework within which the management and operating tasks are performed. It also specifies the relationship between people, work and resources. So organizational structure can be defined as the framework within which manager and operating tasks are performed. It specifies the relationship between people, work and resources. Okay, so organizational structure can be defined as the framework within which manager and operating tasks are performed. It specifies the relationship between people, work and resources. So how we gonna complete our work in an organizations, and in order to complete each and every work we need some employees, right? And the third important is we need some resources. So the resources consist of human resources as well as physical resources. So it specifies the relationship between people, work and resources. So how we can allocate all those resources as well as the people as well as the work in an organizations. So that structures we call it as organizational structures. Okay. Next we'll move on to type of organizational structures. So the type of structures adopted by an organizations will vary with the nature and the activities will be performed in an organization. So usually the organizational structures can be classified into two types. The first one is functional structure and the second one is divisional structure. So mainly the organizational structure can be classified into two important types. The first one is functional structure and second one is divisional structures. So let us discuss what is functional structure. The first important type of organizational structure is functional structure. So the structure which is based on the whole organizations can be classified into basic functions or various departments, that is known as functional structures. So in these cases or in these structures we gonna divide the entire organizations into different department. For example, production department, sales department, marketing department, R&D department, human resource department, service department. So like that we're gonna classify all the activities of the whole organizations into different department. That is known as functional structures. Okay, I will show you the chart. functional structure. Below that, managing director, below that we'll have various department. The first department is finance department, second one is marketing department, third one is sales department, R&D department, etc. Okay, so these are the different classifications of certain department in an organization. So first we'll have functional structures. So below that we'll have top level manager, that is known as managing directors. So under him we'll have various department: finance department, marketing department, sales department, R&D department, production department. Like that we're gonna classify the whole organization into different department. So that is known as functional structures. Okay. So let us discuss what are the advantages as well as disadvantages of functional structures. The first one is advantages of functional structure. Okay, the first one is efficient management. Since the one functions of management is performed under one head in one department, so that we can easily manage all the activities in an organization. So that will be advantages in an organization, right? So we'll have various department. Under various department we'll have one managers, right? So he will take care of all those activities. So we can efficiently manage all the activities in an organization. So that is known as efficient management. And the second advantages is supervision. So functional structure consists of various departments. So we're gonna divide the number of employees into various departments, right? So under each department we'll have a number of employees. So it will be a helpful or it will be a benefit for the manager as well as for the supervisors in order to supervise these activities, because so under each department we will have less number of employees, so that we can easily interact with the employees, we can easily guide them, right? So in earlier days it is not like that. So under one manager will have n number of employees, so it will be a trouble for him to manage or guide them, right? But nowadays we're gonna divide or we're gonna classify all the activities into various departments, so that will be helpful for the managers in order to supervise the activities clearly and specifically. So that is known as supervision. Next, the third one is coordinations within department. Coordination within department. So the main advantages of functional structure is we can easily maintain a coordinations within a department. For example, in case of finance department, we'll have finance manager. He will take care of the financial activities, how much money we require and how we gonna generate all those finance and all. So he will take care of all those activities and all, right? So he will easily coordinate with his team and easily achieve the departmental goals and objectives while maintaining a good communications or while maintaining a good interaction with his employees. So that is known as coordinations within department. Next, the fourth one is reduced wastage. Reduced wastage. So in case of reduced wastages, so through the functional structures there is no chances of duplications of work, right? So this way, so we're gonna save time, we're gonna save the resources, we're gonna save the money, right? Because here all the activities are taking place in a smoothest way and in efficient way. So here there is no chances of duplications of work, right? So that there is no chances of overlaps of activities. So we're gonna utilize all the resources in a effective and efficient way. So these are all the important advantages of functional structures. Okay, the first one is efficient management, the second one is supervision, third one is coordinations within department, and the fourth one is reduced wastages. Next we'll move on to disadvantages of functional structure. So for any activities we'll have certain advantages as well as certain disadvantages in the same way. So let us discuss what are the disadvantages of functional structures in an organization. The first one is avoidance of organizational goals. Avoidance of organizational goal. So in case of functional structures, all the departmental heads or all the departmental managers, they will give more importance to departmental goals and objectives rather than organizational goals and objectives. They will ignore the organizational goals and objectives. Their main intention is to achieve their departmental activities or achieve their departmental goals and objectives. So that's the result, organizational goals are ignored, or we're gonna not focus on organizational goals and objectives. So that will be a drawback. Second one is, the second drawback is conflicts of interest. Conflicts of interest. Since organization consists of number of employees, so they all are working in an organization in order to achieve some common goals and objectives, right? Their background, their nature, their perceptions, their thinking capabilities always will vary from one individual to another individual. For example, my perception is different, and another employee, his perception is different. So in such cases, sometimes the conflicts or the clashes are common in an organization. So due to such cases, so it is not easy to achieve the goals and objectives in an organization. So that will be a drawback. And the third disadvantages of functional structure is lack of coordination among department. Lack of coordination among department. Okay, so easily we can maintain a coordination within a department, but in case of functional structures, we can't maintain a coordination among department. Among department means there is no proper communication or there is no proper interaction between one department to another department, because all the departmental heads, they act as a competitor for each other. So in such cases, the communications will not go in a smoothest way. So that act as a drawback for us in order to achieve the departmental goals and objectives as well as the organizational goals and objectives, because all the activities are simultaneously work with one another. For example, after productions it will move on to marketing, it will move on to selling, like that. So if there is no communication or there is no proper understanding between one department to another department, means it will be a trouble for them, right? So we have to allocate all those things and we have to identify all those clashes or misunderstandings. We try to solve those things. So these are the important drawbacks of functional structures. Okay, the first one is avoidance of organizational goals and objectives. Second one is conflicts of interest, and the third one is lack of coordination among department. Thank you.